What is going on, guys? It is your boy Jimmy BF here, and I have a funny story for you today. We recorded this, and I managed to basically go on the PSN menus and not be able to record like the start of the podcast, but you don't miss much. It's literally like you miss like the first 5 minutes. Basically, when you listen to the actual recording, we were talking about ESP Season 3, the final against PLG, when we were playing for Tribe, and I am joined in the podcast by Ghostolari, our medic, the Berg366, our scout, and #2, also our scout, for the BF Mena T4 tournament that we ended up winning after a long, hard season. And yeah, we basically just talk about a bunch of the stuff in regards to that and us as a team, really, during the podcast. So I hope you enjoy. Please leave a like on the way out when you finish it, and I'll see everyone on the other side. Enjoy.
We had such a hot start, remember that shit?
Bro, on Lofferton.
Oh, the start was so hot, and then it fell off very quickly.
Bro, you say the start, it was like the first gunfight, literally.
No, it's like the first push or two or so.
Yeah, bro, we got what, A?
We were pushing for triple, and we just got fouled by fucking Dennis and Hackledge. Oh, that was hilarious.
Yeah, if people don't know, like me, Berg, and Ash were on the Tribe team in Season 3 SB, and then we played on the same team for KAOS. Played together on KAOS for Season 4, lost to PLG in the final. Oh yeah, Ash didn't play, wasn't active, but you were on the bench.
I wasn't on the roster.
Were you not?
You wish I was.
What?
Well, yeah, I mean, you pretty
They
much...
let you sub in without being on the roster?
You pretty much...
What?
I think you were for a bit, and then I think we take you off.
I mean, Law wouldn't have
Snakes.
let you in. Wouldn't have let you play if you weren't on the roster, would they? I mean, no.
No, I mean for Season 4 ESB.
Season 4.
Oh, Season 4. Sorry, I mean,
Yeah.
Never mind.
But yeah, and then obviously same team again for Season for BF Mena, which is it almost feels like Season 5 almost, but because it was a serious tournament, I guess, with the money involved.
It was the last series tournament because this BFN tournament is just a meme, let's be honest.
Yeah, I mean we're just. Did you see the game last night at all?
I don't even know if you win, I'll be honest.
Yeah.
If you won.
We did, but it wasn't like we weren't exactly celebrating or anything.
Who did you play?
Let's go.
USA, it was UK USA.
Oh, was
Wait,
it?
was it the final?
No, it was quarterfinal.
Oh, okay.
But yeah.
Team
I mean-
USA was a bit weird actually, because I expect a completely different roster for them. I thought like, it would be XP essentially, but it's like nothing from
No, it's like King AJ and some Mexican guys.
Yeah. Because I played them with Team Switzerland. We actually drew that.
Bruh. Would you carry them?
No, I mean I was sniper. To a degree, I guess. I mean now I know not carrying. No.
Berg's top fragging with sniper, bro.
I mean there was a few rounds where I was top fragging. Yes.
Oh no.
I mean you're not, but still like it is not. I didn't look. Like from our team, like we never played together. Like a lot of players didn't even play T4 at all, really. So
Yeah.
I was actually quite
Wait,
well,
so setting
positively
is
surprised, I
actually
guess, at how we played. So yeah,
What?
nothing to complain there.
No, you're telling me there's actually Team Switzerland.
Yeah, of
Yeah,
course.
they're kind of I mean
Yeah.
it's kind of weird because I wasn't even sure if I wanted to play in it in the first place, and I told the guy that was responsible that I would just be deciding on a case-to-case basis if I want to play in the first place. And he actually said like I can tell him when the games come up, he will tell me, and I can tell him when what my preferred dates are, so we can schedule the matches accordingly. But since then we didn't really talk anymore. So, and that was like a few weeks ago, so I have no idea what's going on
Right.
at the moment.
I'm baffled. So I think I guess the context of competitive recently has just been Rush as a different game mode. I think. So like I don't know about you guys, but I think Rush has been the best game mode overall.
It's 10 times better than Squad.
Not hard, honestly.
Yeah, because Squad Conquest is so brainless. It was like, I mean, in a good game, it was, difficult. I
It
guess.
was good at first when no one knew what they were doing.
Yeah.
And as soon as everyone knew what they were doing, it just turned into an FG leaning fest.
Yeah, true that. Bro, like
Just
Provence,
stop playing.
everyone's played Provence like 10,000 times, and it's just like,
Oh, so
you know what I mean? It's so repetitive. Like that game never changes. Like that map is always the same. Like
I
everyone.
don't think the
I mean, in
maps
general, I
will-
feel like these modes are always like that. I even think that Squad Conquest is still a better mode than Domination, though, because Domination is
Oh,
like
yeah.
goes into a similar direction, but it's even more just rotating, like just.
Yeah.
You know, because you're always in domination. Like you lose one flag, okay, you push the other one, or you're already under rotation.
Domination's
Or
dumb.
or like
I don't get why everyone
you
likes
you
it.
get the wipe
You
on
don't
one of
get
your two flags,
penalised.
and you just pull back a little bit and just wait for them to come out again. Because if you triple, then they're just gonna spawn randomly. So it's like.
Yeah,
Or
literally.
if it's BF1 even better, then you just triple cap and you know where the actual spawn is, so we could just spawn trap them like in fucking Ballroom Blitz.
Game
Random
over.
shit.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, what a fucking brain dead shit mode that was. But yeah.
You've got 5 players looking at the same archway on Burr and Blitz. Yeah.
Especially if you've got a Mandragon, like there's no way you're getting out of that.
It's
Monday when Law
viable.
returns.
Well, I used it and everyone else started using it, so say what you will.
Yeah. I mean, we could do a whole like segment about how why Rush is better, but I just feel like the classes are like the main thing to me. Like the fact that you can have a scout and actually have that viable. I don't know, because like
It was
mean,
nice
it comes-
to have like a mix up rather than just a shit ton of medics smoke
Yeah.
sniping.
Yeah.
It made a change.
But it
And
really comes
yeah,
with
as you said,
the.
to bring the recon in made, I don't know, it was just fun to see every class being utilised for once.
I think it just comes down to like the nature of the mode, right? That it's you have offense and defense, so
True.
there's not much flanking going on. Or I mean, there is flanking going on, but it's not as uncontrollable as Squad Conquest is. So sniper
Yeah.
naturally makes much more sense.
That's true. And I think if we had a game mode where we would all snipe, like our team would be nasty. You know what I mean? If
Yeah.
we could literally have like
Just a fucking sniper only.
Me and Berg would be, maybe not you, Jim.
wow, yeah, but Rubber's good as well.
No.
You know what I mean? Like I don't know.
That's generally something I find a bit weird in this game. I mean, I think it has something to do with the way that the movement works and the aim assist works on sniper rifle. That it is so
I thought there wasn't any aim assist on snipers.
on BF bruh on BF5.
Bruh.
Hello,
Yeah.
biggest aim assist that ever existed. Like the biggest aim assist that I
Celebrate's
ever.
not good then, there you go.
It's absolute no, but it does feel a little bit this way because if you are not, in BF5 it's very especially like in Rush, I felt like it was very in the sniper fights, for example, the movement is super important, right? You need to be fast, and it's also actually beneficial to be, not very accurate or like not focusing on the accuracy rather, to be so and so it was much different, in fact, than sniper fights would be in BF4 and especially BF1. Because BF1, if you played high magnification scope, there would be no aim assist, and it was an a completely different game in terms of sniper versus sniper fights. And I feel like it's a little bit more accessible in BF5 in a way, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. I mean, it always depends on how you look at it.
Really, because I thought BF1 was so much easier, like with the sweet spot mechanic.
Yeah.
The sweet spot, that's the thing, but the sweet spot mechanic is very inconsistent. So if you would, for example, if you would snipe in incursions, you can make out certain spots, like for example on this desert map where you would actually know that when the people are peeking a certain archway or whatever,
Yeah.
you would actually know when you're standing in your position that it is within the sweet spot range, and then you can just take that to use that to your advantage, of course, but generally you cannot really judge it that well, and there was a lot of fights that would not go on within the sweet spot ranges, and there it would be much more of a
Okay. So you're thinking of
and
incursions.
also suppression and all this other
Oh, true.
stupid stuff.
Because you could snipe in domination, like Boron Blitz. You could snipe like down the alleyways, like Esmali. That'd be perfect.
Yeah, you could, but like, was it very effective? I don't think so.
I got some good clips.
You can always get good clips. That's not really the problem. Right?
And then,
you also got very good clips on Metro, like in BF5 now. But I mean, that doesn't mean that the sniper's all of a sudden meta.
no, true. So I guess, as we kind of pointed out earlier, I guess the difference between season 4 and BF Meta was the medic mainly. Because I know Ghost is here, but I think I would say anyway that he's probably been the best player for us the whole season. I think it's safe
What
to
did
say.
you say?
Shut up, Ghost.
Wait, my ego is climbing up.
Yes.
What did you say?
Basically, you've outplayed everyone on well, you beat Geordie, so that's a good start.
I mean, beat Jordy. I think it was more like sometimes sometimes this game is quite like, how can I say this? Just a lot about the team that does the first damage to, like, for example, a player like Jordy, you will kill him easily.
What if you damage first?
Yeah, if I damage first, most of the time I will win. But anyway, I said, like, I didn't outplay Jordy. Like, he was, I don't know, for me, it was kinda sometimes luck and sometimes just skill also. Like, it was
What a hypothesis. We're all enlightened from that, Jesus.
That is genius. Yeah, but Ghost, it's not, you know, it's not easy to shoot first against Geordie really, because it's all about reaction time and positioning and stuff, isn't it? So like, I don't know, because I was gonna review like our final, and then I don't know, like, not to put me down or Frantic down or Ash down, but like a lot of our like attacks especially was just like, play your life, get a pick until Ghost gets a 2-piece, and then we go. Like, that's basically the strat, pretty much.
I mean, to be fair, to a degree, that was also applicable to PLG.
That is true. That is very true.
Right. So
Fresh made it obvious that Medic was the best class by
I
far.
think what makes Jordy like an insane player is like his positioning. Like, it's just like his positioning.
Yeah.
So it's hard to
I
outplay
mean,
him.
generally, it's just a very complete. I feel like, you know, there's always people that are, you know, very correct and quick, and people that are more, you know, head glitchy, and people that are, you know, brain players. And Jordy just has a little bit of everything. That's why it's so tough to play against. Or that's how I felt always. Because, you know, there's a lot of cracked medics that try to run at you and stuff, but there's not many that, you know, play their life like somewhat well, intelligently, I guess.
Yeah, no, I agree,
So-
and that's
so,
why
yeah.
that's why it's interesting to hear what Ghost has to say about beating him, because
True.
you,
Yeah.
you can't put that down, because if, you know, I didn't expect that. Like, I remember when me and Rob were talking about Ghost on like Laferno, and we were like, oh yeah, let's this guy's decent, yeah, we'll get him. Like, not really thinking that he'd be a top medic, sort of thing.
I mean, to be honest, actually the fact that I played a lot of Scream actually after that, I mean, it's kinda logical.
Hmm.
But like, I wasn't as good as I was at the end. Was kinda of a struggle at the beginning, especially when I started playing T4.
You know,
Yeah.
Ghost is good when he replaces me in the medic class. I think that's what I said.
Yeah, actually, when I replaced it Ash, like I didn't know if I would be able to, you know, to be worth of the task the god gave me, but
Got
I
a
actually was able.
big boots to fill, bro.
Like, I lowered my sense, and I think it was I could play like Ash, you know.
What Ghost? What sense do you play on, Ghost?
Hmm?
What sense do you play on?
Actually, I'm on Sensei and Jordy.
Yeah, what's that?
What is that?
I think he's 80-72, or maybe it's Widget, but for now I'm 80-72.
See, you can't do that. You can't just match him in sensitivity and then beam him on the final. Disrespect.
That's very that's a very bad message to send. Now people are just gonna be okay. I play 80-72 and I will be very good.
Yeah, it's all about the sensitivity.
all the best medic play 80-72.
Yeah, all day.
Other than me, 43, beaming with the map.
Jeez. Yeah, you throw him off.
What do
Yeah,
you
but
play
you,
on?
you know,
by the
you're
way?
god medic.
roundabout.
You
Exactly.
got medic, Ash. You're not good medic. You god medic, bro. With Mark 58, you can literally kill anyone with pirates. Easy,
I mean, if
bro.
anything, this win is down to me letting Ghost play medic. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
Oh,
To be
that's
honest, yeah,
big
yeah,
brain.
What
You
is your
actually-
ADS sense, Ash?
what? Like the percentage of
Like the multiplier, yeah.
You're such a
95%.
95. What? It's actually somewhat similar to my sense. Interesting. I'm playing on 46 98.
So I just worked out when I'm aimed in, it's 40.85.
Jesus,
That's so specific. Like you guys are on like 96.
You probably went
or...
you just wanted to go to 41, right? So, I mean that's why that's also the way I did. Like I just took the BF1 sensitivity. That was like that I had mentioned, and because I need to adjust it, you know, a little bit differently here, so I just went to the I just did a hip fire sensitivity to make sense or like felt well, and then I just adjusted the multiplier according to the number that I have in BF1. So
Bruh.
you know, it's matching to the same thing.
I'm actually interested if anyone.
Our
if
dear,
anyone's watching this
team
that
is like,
plays-
okay, this feels good. Thank you.
Yeah, that's right. I was like, yeah, too fast, too slow.
If anyone's watching this and
plays on a sensitivity less than 43, let me know. Because everyone rinses me for this, and I want to know if I'm like just alone by myself at the bottom.
they're not going to expose themselves like that.
Yeah,
Nope.
true. I always thought I was on the bottom until Mash went like, oh, okay, thank you. Now I'm not on the bottom.
We have the slowest players in the world.
Slowest player.
Nah,
Nice.
I'm thinking I was an aggressive recon.
Bro, he plays assault aggressive AR. Plays scout.
I was so much more aggressive than every fucking sniper in that league. I don't give a shit.
True. With the PO8.
Yeah. Nah,
But-
throwing knives.
True that. That is the funny thing with playing with you guys, because obviously we had like you and Berg both playing scout like a lot of the season, like alternating a lot. So you'd have like Berg, like who's probably the best scout like overall, like in terms of like bot actions, and he bayonets loads, and then Ash has like probably a better PO8 skill and throwing knives and stuff. And it's like
That
Ash
whole-
was the throwing
that whole-
knife gods.
Yeah,
honest.
true.
I love that ghost. I love that.
The whole fucking bayonet thing is so stupid, right? I never
and
used
Burgos
it.
is back
And then somebody just they just
yeah, bro.
talked me into it, like Frantic and Jim, I think it was. one of
Yeah,
them.
yeah.
Maybe also Robert. I'm not
And
sure.
rubber as well.
I just started using it, and then just like in the first game, just absolutely spammed it, like way too many. Like every second kill was just a fucking bayonet.
Yeah, bro, you got
It
loads.
just never stopped anymore. Just bayonet the whole time. Oh man,
Yeah, you don't need skill when you've got like a bayonet.
completely overused now. Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Like that's quite interesting for a team, because obviously like I think Alpha played a little bit for PLG, but like it was mainly Max League the whole season really.
Wait, Alpha played Sniper?
Yeah, he did
Yeah,
for a
Alpha
bit.
was
Yeah.
Played
Lol, I
PoE.
never
was
saw
more
that.
of a POE guy and was actually
Oh, okay.
really good with his PO8s.
Actually, never mind. I played once against him. Yeah, true.
Yeah, he played
I
once.
forgot. True. Yeah.
They also played assaults.
Yeah, we played on. Oh, it was actually in the game I think where later on like Chordy even played Sniper for whatever reason. That was interesting.
I feel like they were trolling, bro, or he was like having a meltdown.
That was
Like-
against. Wait, that was. Wait, did you
Actually,
do that
never mind.
twice then? 'Cause
Nah,
you did
I
that
wasn't
against
there.
me.
I wasn't there.
That-
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was
that
the
was the
yeah,
game they did
never mind.
against
Never
me.
mind. You're right. You're right.
Yeah, I think that was in a scrim, because they switched roles quite a lot. Like he already played, I think, medic, scout, and support, and assault at one point. Like
I mean, he was just one that was like bored, I think, of the game.
maybe, yeah.
Like, and only support was like a serious thing.
But like we were bored though. But like we sort of was like, yeah, don't fuck about, because there's no point. Because if you need to win, we all know what we're gonna play. Like, I know it's a meme, but I can only really play FG at this point. So it's just like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I'm not sure why they switched up so much, because it was a bit of a waste of time.
I think
Ish.
Alpha maybe wanted to play medic because when they switched to Jordy Sport, I was playing medic.
Yeah. But I don't know. It's just a bit of a strange mix-up with roles and stuff. Because I don't know, ours were pretty fixed from the start, really. To be fair.
Other than me.
I mean, you can only play
Oh, of course.
Sport, bro.
Well, actually, I wasn't supposed to play Sniper at the start. Remember that? At least when Robert first messaged me, he said he doesn't want
If
to
you
play
actually
as a
wanted to
sniper
win
because
something,
he
we
wanted to
ain't gonna
play
push
sniper
you as
himself.
medic, bro.
Oh yeah, you were supposed to be our assault, weren't you?
Yeah. And I thought like, well, I mean, I can, but I mean,
Yeah.
why should I? Maybe you're doing better there. So.
Yeah.
I mean, the thing is, when I later, you remember like the last scrims we played, where I actually also played Assault. I mean, Assault is a lot of fun, right? I mean, it's
Yeah,
just completely
you did
different,
well.
a completely different stuff. Yeah, I mean, actually, in hindsight, I feel like maybe Sniper is actually not that great of a role for me after all.
Bro.
Because I feel like Scout is more like you have to be very patient and clever with your approaches all the time. You know, I feel like oftentimes I was getting carried away within the games a bit. You know, to not be that focused on the thing that matter most,
the ego
which
chow.
then hurts the team. Yeah, for example.
Yeah, but when it pays off,
Especially the ego shell. Dude, the ego shell on fucking snipers is just ridiculous. I just cannot accept like people ego shelling me. Is like, okay, I'm gonna ego shell you now. Come here. You know? So yeah, it's just stupid.
I love it. But I don't know. I just think the roles have been an interesting part of Rush as well, because in Squad Conquest, you know how I mean. Like, it wasn't really, I don't know, a big deal.
I mean, the roles in Squad Conquest doesn't use a lot of just team play.
Yeah.
Like for example, on Rush, like the sniper is actually useful for once. Was the same for like the sport with med crates.
True that.
Because in T5, T4, I mean in T5, T6, like you nearly don't give a fuck about the sport. It's mostly like you lean, and like now it was more of like the support give, you know, meds, not meds,
The
like
books.
ammo. Jimmy books.
Jimmy books. Why did you put it over there?
Whenever I
to be
asked
honest,
Timmy for a box, he either already threw it like 5 meters
Yes.
before.
No. Yes. This is
Right?
true.
Bro,
Fuck this guy.
Every time
No.
every time
We've
you
never
got-
discussed
Oh,
this,
I
but it's
just
fucking
put it
true.
over there. Wait.
bro.
Yeah, I think we'll agree on that. Like Jimmy was trash.
Nah, we'd win a gunfight. Everyone would be dead in the same area. I'll throw a box down. Everyone runs off, and then goes,
Nah.
Oh,
Nah.
"I need a
you
med kit." And it's like, "Yeah, but I put it down," and you're like, "Oh,
Nah, bro. Every time you put it, that shit, it was like at the end of the sector. Like
Yeah.
you put that shit at the end of the sector, and like
yeah."
everyone runs up because when you didn't push on the sector, like you throw it like on the fucking bomb, A bomb or some shit while we were on B.
Agreed. Yeah.
No, that's not what
True.
happened.
True.
That's not what-
GB, I sleep every scheme. I can literally show it to you.
Yeah, but
I literally stream every scheme we played.
yeah, but I could yeet the box. Don't say there wasn't a few times where it came out of fucking heaven and just dropped you a smoke grenade. Saved your life. Anyway, so yeah,
Never happened.
okay. What did you guys do with your BF meta money?
Brian buying shit like. You got turned from my dad.
Go spy some more e-girls.
I actually
So
bought
you-
a Tommy Hilfiger hoodie.
I love that.
I was in Shop Centre the other day, which is people who aren't from the UK, it's just a big shop centre in England. I was in Selfridges there, and I was there with Andy, big spender, and I just saw this hoodie. It was peng. I was like, I want it, and I spent literally 30 minutes trying to decide if I was going to buy it or not. And I thought, fuck it, I will. So yeah, I've got it.
I love that.
And what did you do, Jimmy, with your money?
I bought your mom for a night.
I love that.
Ah, nice. Cheap.
Oh my
That's the only reason I asked that question.
Very
Well,
nice.
that's his sister.
It's very cheap. Isn't it?
Yes, it was less than
20 euros.
€75. She's like
Yeah,
a
nice.
she's like middle sort of class prostitute. Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Jesus Christ.
But yeah, has no one else got anything to say about PLG? Because this has been very PC, and I feel like I'm being toxic. But
PC.
I don't know. Yeah, like nice. We're being too nice because we wanted to beat the fuck out of them.
I think like what changed. I mean, during the film was like them teabagging, just kind of I don't know.
True
If they
that.
didn't shoot bodies, I would have won that.
Literally,
Nah,
They got me
I think
heated.
would have still won.
bro.
Like,
They pissed
it
me and Ash
actually-
off straight away as soon as they did that.
I would
Like-
assume it was intentional, right? To make you
Yeah.
feel worse.
No, they tried to like.
I mean, it's mind games.
Put us
I
down or
would assume
something.
at least. But
Yeah, they said they did it on purpose to like put us down.
But this is what I don't understand. Like we've played with Jordan Alpha.
Yeah.
Well, all of them really. That often.
Yeah,
They know if I get pissed off, if anything, I'll play better.
you'll
so I
play
don't know
better.
Why did
yeah,
do that?
both of us are like that. Like, why did you do that? Like, it doesn't make any sense.
My whole motivation for doing Battlefield in the first place was to beat all the MKs because I hated them, and then you shoot my body. Like it's just not a good idea.
It's just a big mistake. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I like all of them. It's just I don't know why
Yeah.
I did it.
Oh no, I agree. It's really bad logic.
And it pissed me off at the time, but then afterwards I'm not bothered anymore.
Yeah, if
I like them all.
because obviously they did it when they were running through us on like underground defense when we were defending, and we were like getting smoked pretty much. And like if they were professional and just kept it normal, like they would have looked pretty strong going into Dever. But like it was like, nah, fuck these guys. Like let's shit on them. So I don't know. It's a good comeback as well because we did go map down and stuff. Had to come back.
Yeah, we didn't finish the attacking on our attacking
I
around.
mean,
the
yeah,
border.
the turning point was like Diva. To be honest.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
mean,
because
it's kinda logical.
I remember Ghost being pissed off after the attack on Dever. Like, because I don't think we got the last bomb on B on the theatre bit.
Yeah, actually, on last zones they were defending really well.
Yeah,
So
so
like you couldn't get inside.
yeah, we had to stop them in the church. So that was quite a good clutch.
Actually,
That was
and like a
nice.
Mercury attack, I don't know what happened, but like we just popped off.
We just fucking beamed them.
Yeah, that was just a good we've been good on Mercury though. That's why I kept picking it for shit. But that was been the third map. So
Mercury was a weird map anyway. Over the course of the whole rushing, I felt.
true. It's the most random one.
Like it went from like medium to absolute garbage to amazing for us. You know
Yeah,
what I mean? Like,
literally.
So I don't know. It was odd.
But
I think as soon as we started to actually use more people on the top side on the defense, it went 100 times.
True that.
You're welcome.
That was such a yeah.
It was just a stupid setup that we had all this time before.
Such an improvement because every time they'd come
actually
through.
try, to play like Jordi.
Try and not play like Jordan.
Roaming thing. Like, just switching between top and bottom.
Oh yeah, I did. Oh yeah. Yeah, no, that worked pretty well. To be fair, by the end of it, I think we figured it out. I'm surprised I didn't pick Rotterdam, to be honest, because I think that was one of our weaker maps the whole time.
What probably because in scrims we played like we beat him on it quite a few times.
I just want to say, I don't think it was necessarily a weak map. It was rather an inconsistent map for us.
True.
I feel like the only time they beat us was that time where we played them, we smoked them, and then they watched players again literally half an hour afterwards.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
I
think that's the only time they beat us.
We won PLG on the max they took, and they won some of the one we took.
It's like, do you want to play again? No. I think we did though. Did we? I think.
No, I don't think we did. Play them again. Or I mean, I'm not sure. I wasn't there because at the evening, but I don't think we decided to play again. It was just kind of weird. I mean, come on. Twice just in a row. It's like, come on.
Yeah. We'll keep playing till I win.
Because that was actually the first time when we really like before we just tied a few times. I feel like, or maybe I'm completely wrong now, but that's how the way I remember. I thought we tied.
Yeah.
Before that was the first time where we actually won.
Both maps. Yeah.
And it just felt like instant reaction to like, well, I cannot accept this on their part, so to say.
Yeah.
So it's just like
Yeah.
They set their mind straight again.
They didn't
We
like
definitely
that.
peaked at the right time compared to them.
True, because they were better season 4, I think.
Actually,
Is it the right time? I mean, it depends on what you see as a more important thing, right? I mean, you can make it a good point to say that the ESP is more important, no?
Yeah.
Also, like them choosing close quarter maps also helped us. Because I think we've been better on close quarter maps than.
Yeah, I think like Underground, for example. I know we lost that map, but I think we were quite good on it for most of the time.
Yeah, we were good on Underground for most of the time, but like, for example, Mid Devastation, which is actually medium / close. Actually, picking that map actually helped us because we were better on close quarter maps.
That's funny though, because they won our map pick and we won their map pick. So no one really knew what the fuck they were doing, apparently.
I feel like the big maps, their problem was just defense. I don't think we did necessarily bad on big maps. I mean, sometimes we also struggle, I guess, on RS and stuff, but especially like, for example, RS last sector defense. Oh my god, what was that all the time? Like,
I mean,
we never figured that out.
We never got good at that.
Yeah, we never. Yeah. So.
For me, RS is a terrible map.
Yeah.
RS is. I don't like RS anyway. Yeah, RS is way too uncontrollable.
Again, like they did the classic pick what they are comfortable with instead of what we're uncomfortable with, like sort of thing. Like we had beat them. We had played so many games against like Raid and shit on Underground where we had crazy games and stuff. So I don't know. But yeah, like you said, so would you rather have won ASB than BF Mana?
To me personally, it doesn't really matter actually.
Okay.
Because I mean, after all, I mean, I don't really care about like, the price. I mean, the prize money is just like a little goodie. I mean, nobody really plays for the prize money, right? I mean,
no, not really.
I mean, it's really just about having the competition. The competition was essentially the same. I mean, essentially the same teams were around, right?
Yeah.
Or at least from the level, it was around the same. So it's like it doesn't really matter.
Our
I
team
think
was
we definitely
completely.
improved as a team.
Yeah, but like, it was essentially the same players. It was not like that one really good team just abandoned the tournament and was just gone.
Oh yeah.
Was there?
No,
well, okay. No, technically, actually, there was. I mean,
Raid.
How's it called? RX.
True. Yeah, but
right.
yeah.
RX. That's fair.
I'd say XP was just a better version of RX, would you not?
Yeah, I think
actually, Instead we have XP. Yeah, but okay. So I guess it equalizes kind of.
XP were better, I think, overall.
XP was a real pain to play against. That's true.
Yeah, because like PLG could beat them, and then we just like struggled against them quite a lot.
I would have preferred to play PLG over XP any day.
Yeah, literally. I don't know what it is, but
XP is just fucking odd to play against.
yeah,
You
you've got Edison and like Bakes and
Edison
like
is so odd to play against, really, because if it pops off, it's just so hard to like keep him like in somehow. You know.
yeah.
It's just very dependent on him. This team is like all Edison. Like if Edison's not there, it's very very hard.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I think it was 8 because of the play. Because honestly, they're just some of them were just fucking leaning every wall. And once you push them, like they will be fucking brain dead or some shit.
But that was the interesting thing about Rush for me was like, you know, across the 3 best teams, you've got 12 players basically, and like, it always boiled down to just individual players making individual plays like in the games, and it was like super concentrated skill, if that makes sense. Like only you can't win unless you've got all 4 of your players playing well at the same time. Pretty much.
No. You can win if you. If one player
Nah.
shit. Bro, I played shit for like fucking 2 or 3 weeks of beginning of Rush, and we still won some streams.
Yeah, but your idea of shit is like going like 30 and 20 or something. But
no, bro, my idea of shit is going 1 in 10 or 0 in 10. No.
That happened once, I think.
Yeah, it's happened once.
Wait, you went 1 in 10 once or 0 in 10 once?
He's trash, bro.
Really?
Yeah, actually, like it was a stream. I think it was like 2 or 3 days after I came back. I played a stream against PLG and on attack with Frantic, Jimmy, and Ash. I think it was like 1 in 11 devastation or some shit.
Yeah. But that's
Well,
exactly what I
actually
mean.
also went like 1 in 9 or 1 in 10 against PLG on
Yeah.
attack on devastation
I
once
think
before, but that was
no,
when I played with Tribe.
I mean,
That's what I'm saying though. Like if you play like that, you will lose every fucking time.
yeah, I think that was mostly my problem at the beginning of Rush. Like I don't know if I can say too pushy. Like on defense, I was too pushy for sure. On attack, I don't know, because my positioning was shit on defense, especially like. And actually, I tried to improve my positioning by just fucking camping. To be honest.
Oh yeah,
just general pacing. I felt like.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
You were just always super fast, and sometimes you don't need to be that fast.
That's
or
a
you
good-
rather you shall
I think
not be that
what
fast.
made the difference, I like try to, honestly, it was a pain that I played the game every fucking day. During like August, my social life was inexistent. Anyway.
I love that.
You know, I mean, it depends, because I started new at around 6, not 6 p.m., like 4 p.m. UK, and like I end up like at fucking 1 a.m. or some shit.
The grind's real.
And I think like, I think I counted how many streams we played during August. Like we played around fucking 80 or 60 stream.
Bruh.
And I think like playing as PLG actually, you know, helped to beat them, because compared to ESB, I don't know if you get a lot of scream against PLG.
Oh, true that. That's a really good point. That is so true, because
Well-
do you reckon that's the difference?
I mean, it's certainly a factor that has to be taken into consideration.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's.
I mean,
I think I think also like just not only like stream other players stream consistently, because we are like it was how can I say, holidays, and you were nearly all available, kind of, you know, out the chemistry, making the chemistry. Like for example,
Yes.
you and me, Jimmy, we were like usually trying to decal stuff together or just try to push together. Or for example, me and Ash or Frantic also. Even Frantic was more of a slow player, so it was kind of hard. I mean, you're a slow player also, Jimmy, but
Wow.
you're a fast slow player.
Fast, slow, cool.
You're like a fast,
very nice.
Yeah, very nice.
like you're like a fast grandpa, or some shit.
And I'm just fast as fuck, as we've established.
Yeah,
Me and Ash are
And
the
I
same
think
though, I
also-
think. Like,
I feel yeah.
we can be super campy, and then as soon as we get a kill, we just run, basically.
Like I think on attack we were just a bit slower than any other team.
Well, I
But
would say Jim is playing faster than Ash, though, generally speaking.
Yeah, not.
Oh, see that, Ash?
Sorry!
No, but like, I don't know. I mean, in Rush, I don't really know,
Oh,
because we didn't play a lot together, obviously, because, you know.
But,
true.
also,
like in Squad Conquest, like, holy fuck, bro.
I was the AC player.
Ash, oh yeah, you were the classical AC player, man. Aye.
so also I think like, you know, just internals or just trying to, you know, me, Patra, or anyone else trying to, you know, run with the map and trying to find spots and for beacon and shit also good. Like every spot Berg obviously, I mean, not obviously, I don't know, but like, I think maybe you gave some spot to Ash, or he just found himself because he's a clever
No,
boy?
no, no. Yeah,
Okay,
just...
so Ash is a
Wow.
clever boy.
I mean,
I'm just
maybe
a
he
fucking
observed,
genius,
I don't know,
alright.
but I don't think so. I mean, most of them are rather obvious,
So
so
now,
people are...
so now he stepped up from 1 AQ to 2 AQ. Let's go, Ash.
I love that.
I've got a
I
question.
think,
I've got a question for
yeah.
you, Ghost. Do you feel like you've improved as a player from joining the team to now,
Compared to when?
compared to when you joined originally from like Laferno or PLG or whatever?
It's compared to when I started or when I joined. Like,
When you joined this
Zowie was
team,
on.
because like my point is kind of like we tried to. Everyone knew you were good, but like everyone tried to like slow you down a little bit and position you a bit better and like, you know what I mean?
think compared to, you know, like compared to if you, I'm just gonna take 2 points. Like when I started, it obviously got better because honestly, I was like with no offense to one not that good. Like I think it was like I was Spanish team or some shit, bro. And in the speak Spanish, I couldn't understand shit. After you know I got that trial for PLG, and I think like Laffen also helped me, you know, just to get into competitive and try to get better, get good. But I think the month of July and August, like where I played a lot of streams, played every day, and actually tried to think about what I was doing compared to before. It actually helped me. Yeah, I think if you took like the ghost from April or May or June and you compare it to the ghost of August or September, you can see the difference for me.
Yeah, I think you're right,
Completely, yeah.
big time.
Was it more like raw talent versus raw talent and brain, basically?
Yes.
And
And the hype.
I mean,
And hype.
And hype, yeah, and hype.
I think also what played a big role was like, I mean, Ash or Jimmy, or like trying to, you know, steal very, how can I say this, like, fucking English, what's the name for English?
Being amazing.
No, being trash, the
oh.
hype. I think like, you know, for the humor of a team, like trying to always be positive and shit.
Yeah. Always
Because
works
for
out.
example, actually, to be honest, I can be a pain in the ass sometimes when I play bad. I'm just fucking negative or some shit. But I think you and I think it was mostly you and Ash, Frantic, me, and Berg were like the kind of guy who were negative when they play bad or they were pissed. Like for example, in the final, actually Ash was actually for the, you know, the humor of the team, for the hype, he was actually one of the key factors more. Like if you look back, I still have like the full gameplay uploaded on my channel. Stellari, if you type Stellari, ST3LLAA.
In the description box below.
Yeah, so if you look at it, so like you can clearly see, like for example at the end of Deva, Ash actually tried to, you know, get us a bit more positive.
Yeah,
but
I
also
love that.
Jimmy.
I love that, bro.
I mean, I think at the end of Deva map we were like better than at the end of Metro because we were actually won the map. And I think like on defense, like the most beautiful was like on defense Mercury, because actually we were like hyping each other every fucking kill. Like even if you're like a guy for like fucking 1 HP like you for 99, you lose, you can fight and you get straight. Let's fucking go, bro. You got it or some shit, bro. Like even though it was the easiest kill.
Yeah, bro. But it's so much better because that's the thing because I was so aware that like PLG's party is going to be so like negative, bro. Like in comparison, I would love if we could compare the party sounds of the, you know, if BF Meta recorded our party chats.
Yeah, like ESB. I mean, actually, I mean, it's not as big as ESB of this year, but it would have been interesting, you know, to have
I wish I could hear what they say.
party.
Yeah, because
It would have been better.
I imagine
it would have been.
theirs wouldn't have been great.
I want to hear George's reaction to getting bayonet.
Yeah, he's like, ah.
And I want to see Saint's reaction to see me like running at him with the bayonet.
And he's like, oh.
Even though I got psyched.
Actually, yeah, I think like at the end, like we're just determined to win second sector on Mercury. I think it's the second sector.
Yeah.
Like,
We should have won the first sector, bro.
I mean, honestly, yeah, but actually at the end we made some mistakes that cost us the sector.
It's
But,
hard
like,
to
on
fair.
second
If you
sector,
make one tiny mistake, you've lost it.
we actually tried to make 2 goals, you know, with like every PLG push was like wiped out Frantic, Jamie, Frantic, Ash, Jimmy, Ash, or me and Jimmy, or me and Freddy also. So like we just try to follow each other and try to take them dead angles or some shit. Because they couldn't trade. And yeah, at the end, like I just took VMQ 34 to my head because honestly, I just said fuck it, let's go. And
That's-
actually worked, even though it was like I don't know how the fuck that worked. So, like it's BF5 being BF5 again.
That's amazing. Two of our players pull out a bayonet. Unbelievable.
It's the strat. I've said this since day one.
Literally. Fucking bro, Ash still stays asleep at night trying to wishing he got the bayonet on saying so yeah, like I think one of the main closing things for me, going back to what you were saying, Berg, with the ESB season 4 thing, is just that because this is the last real tournament, it feels very satisfying to sort of nip it in the bud and to be like, yeah, cool, see you in the next game. Like,
Fair, absolutely.
yeah,
That's true.
it's like they can't get that back, and it kind of sucks for them.
Yeah,
It's like they almost were like super dominant. I mean, you know, like season 2 PLG was insane.
I
Like,
think the thing is, like, I mean, if you know, with this track record, it's easy to you know, give another team the one win, you know.
true. Yeah,
Or, I mean, if you're not completely, like, absolutely arrogant, I mean, there are, you know, there's certain players in that team that are rather arrogant to a degree, you know. But I think all of them can still accept, you know, one loss like that. That's fine.
Yeah,
So
that's true.
it's not really that, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, they're probably going to be like, well, we lost that one, but we won the other ones.
Yeah, I
Like,
mean, it was. I mean, this was already clear by, let's say, certain statements made on Twitter after the game, right? This mindset. I mean,
At the same time,
I think
though,
we all.
like,
I think we all know
season
what I
2
mean.
and
Like,
3 were
it's,
kind
you know,
of
so.
pointless.
I mean, yeah, because that's a good point actually, because you know how like Bird kind of alluded to it, was like the GG, but you know,
Yeah, exactly. It's
taking
exactly
away
that.
from
That's
it.
what I mean.
But-
yeah, exactly.
But
That's
we
exactly
could do that for season 2 though, because Law wasn't exactly fucking, you know, XP's better than Law, and
We were both on the roster for that team.
and we were both. Like,
I'm not being funny, but season 2 was a write-off before I even started.
it wasn't hard, was it?
That's
It
one
wasn't.
of the reasons I didn't play.
Yeah, it wasn't like a satisfying win, because it was like, yeah, we're supposed
Other than
to
the
win.
people in our team, the best player was Rita Carvo. I mean, that's saying something.
That's the best player
Was
in
it
the
actually
team.
the season where he got liberated by Chorley? Was it?
Yes, in the underground final, yeah, he got liberated, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it's a good point, because if you start doing that, we can take stuff away about, you know, well, season 3 you were against fucking like I don't know, Law and Tribe, I guess, like, but you know, it wasn't exactly the best team we've ever seen. Like, I don't know.
That's all. I mean, it's generally a very stupid argument because you can only beat what is there. Like, you're not,
Yeah.
you know, you're
True.
not worse because you didn't beat something stronger that wasn't present. Like, maybe you would have beaten it. I know nobody can know, right?
Mm.
It's just stupid to say, well, yeah, the best teams weren't there, so yeah, and we still played amazing. So
Yeah, no, that's true. I mean, like we said, I think XP is like a very good team that came out of nowhere, really, because I don't know, they're just hard to play against, bro.
I think this season was the closest in terms of competition, just because every other season, well, the first season you had wasn't XP. The second season it was just PLG. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
The third season again it was mainly just PLG, and then this season at least was like 3 good teams. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You've actually got some. Yeah, because I guess what the third best team would have been, like RX or Raid for season 4. Like.
Oh yeah, I missed that one out because I didn't play it, so I didn't really know what's going on.
Oh, true. Yeah. Like.
I mean, Laferno could have been pretty good as well, but they kind of like lost the motivation, I think, towards the end.
Yeah.
When they lost to, because I think on paper Laferno was a better team than Raid.
That's the weirdest thing, isn't it? Because they were the team that could beat PLG, and then it's like, but they can't beat anyone else. Like.
Yeah, it's just because they had like for example, when they switched to Itachi as sniper. Itachi is actually amazing on sniper.
Thank you. Yes.
Right.
Props to him.
Right.
With Bot Action Sniper, he was one of the best players in the league.
Right. What I'm saying exactly. So he was amazing with that, and so when they switched it, and so they had talent there, then they had C guy on medic, which is, you know, like, he's experienced and he played well as well. Like, and he played for a long time and everything. So, and who else did they have? They had Buffalo guy. How's it called?
Buffalo?
BS guy. Amazing BS, not Buffalo. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Amazing Bieska and then Luckper, right?
Luckper as well.
So they're all, I mean, those are all players that, we all know they can play well. And they are, I mean, Amazing BS was, I think, in 1UP at the start of the game, if I remember correctly.
Yeah,
He was a
yeah.
player there.
Mocha, yeah.
And, yeah, Mocha, yeah, exactly.
Too easy, I think.
Yeah. I was in
Yeah,
Too
Mocha
Easy.
comes
never
from
mind
Too
then.
Easy.
Whatever. I mean, but yeah, I mean, those are all players that play well, right? So,
Yeah.
and I think if they could just, get together their stuff, I think they could easily, maybe not easily, but they could definitely beat Raid. But they ended up not doing it twice. So,
That,
I,
yeah.
mean, I think they drew in the group stage and then they lost in the. No, actually, no. I think wait. Did they drew in the
Against who?
knockout thing, and then they had to play again or something?
Raid, I think. I don't even know.
Oh yeah,
to be
they had
honest.
the same points, and then they had to redo the match. I think to see who gets the play space, something like that.
Oh, to play against
But
PLG in the semi.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
And then their Laferna lost, which was kind of surprising to me.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. I think they would have done better than the Raid did in the semi. It's just matchups, isn't it? Like the whole thing is matchups.
It's actually, I don't know if that is, maybe I'm not doing Raid justice now, because Raid is also like Raid just has a lot of like team play channel. Like,
To be honest, I think also like
well together.
I don't know if you would have won in the semi-final, maybe against PLG. I don't know. Maybe it would have been different. Maybe.
What if we played them earlier?
Yeah, would have been different for me.
Yeah, it would have been strange, but it wouldn't make sense though, because obviously we were the two best teams, really. But yeah, it would have been a strange mindset to have to, if we win or lose, we either finish fourth or we play who else in the XP in the final.
I think like playing XP in semi-final helped us also like work on our like mistakes we made. Like
Yeah, true.
To see. Because I mean, even though scrims are like the only way to practice, like you can really compare scrims and finals. And league games, sorry.
They're different games, aren't they? Completely. The intensity
so you could see how we played and like XP game was like really close. If I remember correctly.
Yep.
Like also showed us what our weakness is, if you can see this.
Very true. And obviously, just wanted to say before we move on to the last sort of thing is obviously Rubber isn't here, Frantic isn't here, Patra isn't here, Ryan isn't here. But obviously, if they were here, we would say they're amazing, they're the best. Honestly, I think Rubber's leadership is probably the best player leadership-wise that I've ever played with. And Frantic was obviously insane change, like assault player for us. Obviously, he was just sort of like let Frantic flank and just he'll do his thing, get a two-piece, cool, sick.
Yeah, Frantic was like our sometimes our like how can I say this opening guy, if I can say this.
Yeah. Also, I thought he was toxic, bro, because I remember Paz saying that about what was the team in season 1 actually that we played against? What was the name? Was it Buffalo? No. I can't remember what the name of the team was.
Exceed.
I don't know, bro.
Exceed, that's
yeah,
it. And like he was saying, Frantic like basically made the team break up and stuff. And then obviously he joins us and he's been great the whole time, really.
I've been best pals with Franny.
Yeah, Franny, mate. And
I mean, I don't know if it makes sense to judge about these things, right? I mean, we don't know what happened in the background there.
True.
I mean, all I know is that somehow, apparently, there was like a dispute between the Italian guys and the Polish guys.
The Polish guys, yeah.
That's all I heard. I don't know what that means really. So
yeah.
I don't want to see. But I don't know what to say.
It's just I just think it's funny that.
Yeah, I think.
No, go on. Sorry, after you.
Yeah, I think like Rebel like just coaching and shit, on errors and shit. Actually, also had a good impact.
That's a good point because we were the only team I think to do that, to have like an exterior guy do stuff, which might be a thing next game. I don't know.
Professional coach.
Professional coaches. Also, Patra obviously like if we didn't have Ghost, Patra would easily be like one of the best medics in the game. But I think he sort of took a back seat a little bit. I'm not sure if that was activity wise or whatever, but yeah, he was obviously very good.
I mean,
as well.
he decided to not play basically. I mean, it's not like we didn't let him, right? So.
No, but he was insane as well. So yeah. Okay, so moving on to the last thing, guys. Next game, BF 2042, being delayed, obviously. Any initial thoughts? Does it look good trailer-wise? Tornadoes, hurricanes?
I'll judge it on the beta, and until then, I'm not going to say anything. It's pointless. because the one thing Battlefield got out of trailers, they make the trailers look really good, but then the games could be completely different.
Actually, I don't know, cause you know, the specialist thing can be good or either fucking shit, cause if like you don't have any classes anymore.
Is that true? Is that actually how it's going to be?
Yeah, I mean, there is technical classes, there's just no gun classes. And no, I mean, there's only one gadget that is really defined. Like one gadget and a skill, you know, some passive skill that is defined by your class. Or class is just specialist. I mean, actually the class still exists, I think. They say like, they just assign certain specialists to the pre-existing classes, but I mean, the class just loses any value in that process because
Yeah,
in the
like,
end it's just the specialist, so I don't really know why they, you know, associate them to classes, but I mean, yeah, whatever.
like I don't know
Because
if they're gonna manage like, for example, like there's actually, especially in comp, like how you're gonna manage for like the classes, for the specialists, like you can logically can allow like having fucking 3 times or 4 times the same specialists. I mean, it's
I
only
would
my opinion,
assume
but
it
like,
will actually be that, so that, you know, people like that we will ban
A
certain
specialist.
specialists, yeah, when
Right.
they are broken, have broken abilities or whatever the fuck. Because I mean, there's so many, and I think the plan is to expand upon them, and so I would assume that, you know, it goes to, you know, to degree like a little bit like it is going in Rainbow Six, you know, like if you have a completely new, you know, role, so to say,
Yeah.
like if you completely new gadget, new thing, it's always, you know, it's always going to be broken when it's coming in, probably. I mean, either it's going to be just super bad or it's going to be ways too good. I mean,
Yeah.
in Rainbow Six, it's normally it's ways too good, so that people are incentivized to buy it.
Yeah.
And yeah, but I mean, yeah. So anyway, maybe in general, I don't know if it's very viable for comp, to be honest. The game, I don't know.
That sounds
I have my doubts.
that sounds horrible for comp and amazing for pubs.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. It sounds exciting to me. I'm not sure if that's rose tinted glasses because this game's. I just don't want to play this game anymore. But
Yeah, that's fair.
I don't know.
The thing is, I
mean,
mean,
from
I think every time you go to a new game, there's like a lot of things that you probably are, you know, skeptic about. Especially if there's like completely new changes. For example, the thing that like the on-the-field customization. I feel like it's a complete like I don't like it at all.
No.
I feel like it's a stupid gimmick because like you just don't. I mean, what is the point in having like if you have field customization, what is the point in even choosing anything to take with you? Like you can't tell me that there will actually be like 7 options of grips that are all viable for a certain gun when you want to use it. Like
Yeah.
essentially what you're just gonna do is like every viable option you're just gonna have on you, you're just gonna have with you. And then if you are in such a game that is so quick, you know, like you're shooting at someone at range and then somebody pushes you from behind, do you want to tell me that you're now gonna go into your customization settings like, okay, let me put laser sight and then I turn around, like, what is this? So I don't know. I mean, yeah, I just think it's way too complicated for the pace. Like I don't think it will add much value to it at all. But yeah,
I have to agree, to be honest with you. That was because this game struggled with the class roles, didn't it? Like a lot, as in the what's the word? You know, like picking up health on the battlefield and stuff like all that kind of stuff. Attrition, that's the one. The attrition system, obviously, didn't really like it, but it made everything so valuable in terms of like medic does this, scout, you know, does this, support does this, assault does this. But yeah, if it's just gonna be like a Rainbow Six like operator thing, then
I love that.
Ash might like it, but for Battlefield, it's just a strange thing to change.
it's just generally weird because like people can't even be asked most of the time. At least I barely ever see anyone using like single fire on any gun. So even though at least on console it's actually pretty effective on range
Yep,
when you're
it is.
using a full automatic guns.
Yep.
Nobody's even bothering to do that, but then people can be bothered to like go into a menu to just like change half their gun like for one engagement and they change everything back. Like really?
Yeah.
It's just odd.
It's only going to be like us, like the try-hard people, that are going to think about that, because no one else is going to do it. Because everyone else sits, you know, loads the game up and has 100% snap-on and just plays the game thinking they're amazing, bro. Like,
Probably, yeah.
it's like you don't even
That's another
realize.
thing, actually. It's like I don't know how you guys saw it, but like the way that the gunplay looks, it looks very, for me, it looks very generic and kind of boring.
Oh, okay. I haven't really looked too
Also, I
much
felt
into
like
it.
the time to kill was super slow, no? Like from automatic weapons, it seemed like everybody seemed like a bullet sponge. Maybe it was just maybe inaccuracies, or I didn't really know that. Because that's another thing. I felt the feedback for a kill was very weird. Maybe it was just delayed, and then it felt like they used way more bullets than they actually did. But like based on the gameplay, I felt it was. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't really like the gunplay.
Oh. It's good analysis
I mean,
from Berg there. That's fucking specific shit.
I mean, that's the things that you look for, no? I mean,
Yeah.
like their gameplay trailer with where you have like 3 seconds of actual gunplay is like, yeah, of course nobody's satisfied
No,
with that.
no one cares.
So yeah, and then of course when the gameplay came out, it's the first thing you look for, right? And how it it look. I mean, again, it's super hard to judge because you don't feel, like how the recoil acts and stuff. But yeah.
Okay, boys, we're going to wrap it up there. That was a good discussion, I think. Thank you for joining. We talked about all sorts of stuff: BFV Mena, PLG, Rush, next game, history. But yeah, I think this is going to be the last one for BF5, and then we can puff off into the next game, and hopefully everyone's hoping on staying on the team. I hope no one's going to leave. We can all try and make an indent into the comp next game if it's a thing. So yeah, thank you guys for coming.
I love that.
I love that. Appreciate it. Love you all, and thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.